Ian, you're an
I
authoritarian.
know them.
Ooh,
They don't
you don't
like
know
you.
me.
You're an authoritarian. You have hard authoritarian tendencies.
I think that's a
Ian,
dirty
Ian,
tactic
you're-
to tell people that they're hated by other people you don't know.
Wait, dude, what's wrong with this guy? Now, Trump is saying next time, supposedly, if he goes into power, if that happens in 2024, he is going to flip and fire everybody that he thinks is an enemy, just like I think Joe Biden is doing right now. You're on the center, I don't care. Are you right? Oh, bye-bye too.
Bye, have a great time.
there's nobody else. Sorry.
That's the unfortunate thing, because I don't
Did you
think
guys-
his whole "I'm going to go in there and end everything" is the right way to create a new, better world.
Really?
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Did you?
That actually surprises me that that's
absolutely
your
the right way.
position.
If I burned it all down, we'd all die in a horrible fire. Like, what's the value
Well,
of
you
that?
got to remove a tumor.
Come on. Saying we want to weed out corruption is not the same as destroy the system.
Yeah, but he's like, I'm going to go fire, I'm going to go obliterate the deep state is the most vague, nonsensical statement.
What?
Like, what does he mean? He's going to issue pink slips?
You see what he's doing? He is saying that if you fire the people that are working against you, you are destroying the system. No, there are people there that work with us. But he seems to have the Joe Biden mentality that the whole office for Joe Biden is freaking left-leaning. So if Trump comes, he's going to have to fire all the other people, as if he doesn't have people to replace those people that have worked in those offices.
They're just going to say, okay,
yes,
no.
Schedule F, as he already implemented in his first term, and then did not win re-election, so was not able to carry out. And then Biden, I think it was the Biden administration that reversed it. Basically he was setting the policy for, we are going to fire people who have been permanently in government and who should not be here anymore. The idea that you can get hired by the federal government, be bad at your job, be corrupt, and not get fired is insane. So when he implements Schedule F, he then says, if I get reelected, we're going to bring back Schedule F and start firing these corrupt individuals. Why would your position be that's bad?
Because he's talking about people that just got hired 6 weeks
cares?
ago. He's going to fire
Who
them.
cares?
But
Obliterate the
what are you
deep
talking
state.
about?
He's going
It's either
to
that
And he's going to talk about that.
disband the CIA,
Whoa.
disband the NSA.
Yes,
like, what,
all of them.
That would be complete insanity. He'd disband the federal government. Like, what?
Why is it insanity?
That's what they did to the Iraqis after the Gulf War, and it created
They are
ISIS.
targeting us, Ian. They are targeting you. You are probably
but hold on,
this somewhere.
hold on. Going from there are permanent bureaucrats who should be fired to your statement, Ian, he's going to shut down the whole government? That's not what, no. calm
Obliterate
down.
the deep state is the same kind of tautology that got Kennedy killed. I believe tautology is the right word. I'm going to look up the definition of that. You can't.
These are the people that I say we shouldn't keep helping consistently people with money as a government work hard or something like that. That's what I said because that's how I survive. One time I said that stupid quote, a girl exploded on me. Do you want people to die? I didn't say that. I was surprised when I experienced that the first time in Spain. Some of these socialists are freaking special.
If you just say, I'm
deep
going to fix
state.
everything, and they're all like,
A
yay.
tautology
like,
is like love is love, right? It's when you just like
Yeah, exactly.
compare
Obliterate
something to
the deep
itself. You
state.
say
Like,
it is
what-
what it is.
when
Well, that's
Donald
not
Trump
a taut- I don't think that's a tautology.
when Donald
Yeah,
Trump
yeah.
spends years and other advisors and individuals in his circle spend years describing what is called as the permanent government, individuals who work in the federal government who have been there throughout multiple administrations, who set policy
That suck.
and need to be fired for wrongdoing. That's what he has explained over and over again. And then he says, we've got to fire these people. Colloquially, they're called the deep state. Mm-hmm. So I think you just didn't
Are you talking
understand.
about heads
that.
of agencies? Are you talking about every employee
He's
of the
talk-
deep
so
state? Like, what do you mean?
There are people who have been, some are in charge. Some were even, he mistakenly hired some. You know, he made big mistakes in that
Yeah,
regard.
see?
But we're not talking about going to the entirety of a single agency and literally just firing every single person and then leaving an empty room. He's saying there are people who need to be fired who can't be fired.
But is he-
It's like, imagine if you bought a pizza restaurant and everybody in there was sitting around and nobody was working. And you're like, why am I paying you people? I'm like, union contract, you can't fire us. And so then some guy's like, okay, well, I'm going to buy this pizza place. And then I'm setting a new policy. I'm going to negotiate a new contract and say, I can fire if you don't do your job. So then the people who work there all team up, conspire, accuse you of crimes, and have you arrested.
Yeah. That's a very good point in what is happening right now with Trump.
Ian, have you ever lived through a government shutdown? Yes, because you have, because you're, yeah.
You mean like
right?
COVID and all that?
Okay, no,
No,
like a government shutdown at the end of the year when they don't meet the appropriations
yeah.
bills, right? And they only have essential people working, right, from the federal government. You don't notice it. You don't feel it at all a day in your life. They could cut all of those people. If you are non-essential, if you're a non-essential worker and you get laid off during a government shutdown, I'm sorry, goodbye.
But that's a fiscal argument. That's like we're wasting too much money on people.
Well, I'm just saying.
But you're right.
On top of that, I mean, like, you're not going to feel it. If all of these leeches and these corrupt people, the people that are not implementing the president's policy because they don't like him, are still in power, or because that's what they are. I mean, if he puts out a policy and they say we're going to slow walk this, we're not going to implement it, then they do actually have power. They're not elected. They need to go. They need to go. All of them need to go.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
I'm open to that, but having a president do it with authoritarian zeal is like,
Wait.
yo, legislate that. Let Congress do that. Why?
But
They're going after
they're
a
different
former
branches of
president
government.
with
No,
authoritarian zeal.
stop. It's a different branch of.
See, that is a straw man. You're talking about something that will change the topic.
It was out of stock.
And that's why I like Tim. He knows about it. It's like, stop. We were not going to talk about that. Dude, do you understand what we're talking about?
Congress is one branch. There is the judicial branch and there's the executive branch. Donald Trump would be the head of the executive branch. Congress is not going to go and fire staff for which they are not involved, a different branch of government.
Yeah.
The separation of powers exists for a reason.
Well, are you
so that we don't have dictators going and destroying our other branches.
Oh, if I was going to, along with your pizza shop metaphor,
so
I'm going
Donald
to
Trump
obliterate the
going
pizza
into
shop.
his branch of government and saying bad people should be fired is
That's
exactly
not what he
what
said. He said, I'm going to obliterate the deep state.
And
That means he's going to
In the executive branch.
nullify the FBI. There will be no FBI if it's
that's
obliterated.
good. That's the executive branch.
Are you saying fire the people that work there and then hire new people?
Ian,
What are you saying?
you are being willfully obtuse.
No.
for
What do you
shock
think the
value.
deep state is? Just out of curiosity, like, how would you define the deep state? Because I feel like that's where we're all a little confused
Unelected
I bet he needs to Google it now.
bureaucratic officials?
with nefarious intentions.
No. I don't know what their
Okay, well,
intentions are.
see, this is where you are making things up. And if you don't understand what is being said, you can
I just
ask.
answered the question. I'm not making
Right,
it up.
that's not
how
true.
I define the deep state.
And that's
unelected
that's
bureaucratic
right.
officials.
And
How do you
so-
define it?
So the permanent government. So we can go back to the hearings that actually took place when they had NSA officials and they discussed, does the deep state exist? And they said, no, it doesn't. And people in the media ran articles saying there is no deep state. They then said, we call it the permanent government. These are certain elements within certain departments who have been here throughout multiple administrations and set policies. They are unelected. In many instances, some of these people have committed overt violations of either law, like the Hatch Act, for instance, which seems to get violated a lot, or just in general, they did things that warrant firing.
Yeah.
So when for years we're having a discussion about people who for some reason can't be fired and should be fired, and then Donald
Like teachers.
Trump comes along and says, that guy needs to be fired. We go, yeah, he's right. You then say, no, the deep state means something totally different
give me
based on
names.
my assumption.
Give me names, Don. If you're going to fire people, tell me who you're going to fire. I don't want to hear that you're going to obliterate the government. That doesn't help.
didn't say that.
It's not the government.
Obliterate the deep state. It's obliterate the FBI, the CIA, the NSA. Like, set
No.
them to there is none anymore. That's what that term...
You're obliterating the
People that are going against you in those departments.
people that are obstructionary in there from implementing his policy, the people that
Yes.
have been unelected, that have been targeting him, that have been targeting conservatives, like in the IRS, right? When they're targeting churches and conservative 501c3s just because they have the name Patriot in it. Those people are the deep state. That's
Ian.
who they are. They are the obstructive people who hate us. They hate you
Ian.
for not even paying, like, for not following their line. They
Ian.
don't like us.
I think that's a
Ian,
dirty
Ian,
tactic to
you're-
tell people that they're hated by other people you don't know.
Wait, dude, what's wrong with this guy? What's wrong with this guy? I keep hearing that from one specific party these days. And now he wants to play, hey, I'm on your side. Bruh, this is exactly the kind of guy that you don't want to hire in your team that says he's on your side. There's something weird about this.
Ian, you're an
I
authoritarian.
know them.
Ooh,
They don't
You don't
like
know me.
You're an authoritarian. You have hard authoritarian tendencies. Let me ask you a question.
Uh-oh.
When Donald Trump tried to pull all of our troops out of Syria, was that a good thing?
At face value, yeah, that war was ridiculous, and it wasn't a war. It was.
Was it good when there was officials who lied to Donald Trump to keep troops in Syria?
No, man. But these are these are real
Should that
pointed
person be
questions.
fired?
I
But this-
don't
this is
know.
something
I
that
don't
literally
know
happened.
what was going on.
Then why the heck are you opening your mouth as if you're so sure he wants to liberate the place? Of course we're talking about specific people, but they want you to talk always in a specific way. I'm like, I can understand that, but that is what we mean. We're not dumb. If I say I'm going to obliterate a family, okay, you might think I mean a bomb. I mean specific people that always goes against me because they're doing
I don't know
something.
if it would have killed a bunch of people if they'd pulled out. I don't know what the situation was there.
Right.
But
This
at
is why-
face value, if the president issues an order and it's violated, there's a big problem in the chain of command. That person should be reprimanded.
That
Should they be fired for lying to the president and the American people to keep military activity ongoing in a country we did not declare war on?
Potentially, yeah. Potentially fire.
Potentially.
If you're a commander
Okay.
and one of your dudes goes out and to violate one of your orders, you may not fire him because there may be some, rudimentary
Right.
justification.
So there was a while ago I referred to you as the banality of evil. And this is a really good example of that. See, in my world, and I wonder if you guys agree with me and the people listening agree, if there is a commander-in-chief who has been duly elected by the people of his country to properly lead and serve out his term as the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, and he says, I order my troops to be removed, and then tells the American people we are getting our troops out of Syria, and then an official behind the backs of the American people lies to the president to keep troops on the ground in a foreign country we did not declare war on. That person is a traitor to this country. That person is committing seditious conspiracy.
Amen.
And is actively engaged in a foreign, I mean, the amount of laws that were violated, it's not even a question. And this is fact. We know that happened. So when I say the banality of evil, what you are saying is, you know what? I just don't know. Let the evil people keep doing their thing. And I'm like, bro, we can outright see there's a guy who is obstructing the will of the people and the duly elected president to serve out his term and end a foreign war we did not want. And you're like, I don't know, we might want to keep him in
give me
there.
the guy's
put it
name.
This way. No, let's put it this way. The executive branch serves at the pleasure of the president. That is what it actually says. They serve at the pleasure of the president. So now they're his staff. The executive branch and the people that work there are his staff. Would you come and keep a whole bunch of people who maybe I would say 80% are known to be to object to your policies? Would you just clean house and hire your own staff, right, and kill that deep state that's been there for years and
Jim
years and
Jeffrey.
years? Would you know them? Wouldn't you want to know them? Wouldn't you want to know that they were on your side? And he has every right to do that. It's like if you were to have your own company. Tim wouldn't buy a media company, even though it was all lefties, and say, yeah, you can all still work here.
Here you go. Task and purpose. NewsGuard certified 100 out of 100. Top U.S. official admits lying to Trump on American troop levels in Syria, saying, we were always playing shell games to not make clear to our leadership how many troops we had there.
It's insane.
Treason.
Oh, that's insane.
What happened to this guy?
Nothing.
Nothing.
And this is exactly what we're talking about. This guy should be criminally charged.
Yeah, you are being exact. We should be exact if we're talking about firing people in the federal government.
Donald Trump is not going to stand up with a half an hour's time and say, I'd like to give you a list of every single person who needs to be fired. Here we go, starting in alphabetical order. That's insane.
Well, the reason...
So when we have this conversation and then Trump addresses it, and then a week later we have another conversation about another corrupt official, and we have a conversation. Who's the guy who lied before Congress about spying on the American people?
James Clapper did.
Hey, he should be in jail.
He should have been. He
And
should have been
so
charged for
when
that. Perjury.
when that story happens, we go, hey, that guy's bad. And then Trump says, I agree, we should arrest these people. Then we have another story here. This guy, he's bad. We should arrest that guy. Yeah, he committed a crime. Then, with a half an hour standing at a podium, Trump's got a short amount of time to explain his plans. He says, we're going to go after these people. We're going to obliterate the deep state. He's talking about this.
I hope.
What do you...
Okay, wow! What do you mean? Hey!
Be water, my friend.
Let him talk.
I mean, you hope. It's literally what he's been talking about for
Who in
years.
the deep state do you think he's
What do
going
you
to
mean
go
I
out?
hope? What do you mean I hope? What do you mean You ask for specific name. We give you specific name and we're going after the deep state and you hope that he means those people. Who else is he going to fire? He wants to fire everybody and let the world burn? This guy sees the most negative thing as if he will never trust a specific president because every decision seems to be the most burning thing. And it's just weird. I mean, I know I don't live in the country and I don't care about the country at a specific level, and I'm not supposed to in my mind. But I do meet specific people that kind of think like him, that infect other countries, that decide laws in the countries that I'm living, justifying like him why I am a bad person and I need to help other people because I had it lucky in my life. I'm like, why? I worked my ass off. Well, you're lucky. Other people don't have the energy to do that.
After who are you
All of
worried
them.
for in the deep state?
Wait. The deep
entire
state
deep
specifically
state.
refers to the corrupt individuals.
I don't think it has to do with corruption. It's just
it
a
certainly
level-
does.
No, you
so
could be a
so why
non-corrupt
is it
deep
why
state.
is it that we get swatted 15 times and there's no action taken?
Yeah.
None. Where are the multiple agencies to deal with the fact that across federal now? I wonder, but why did so many FBI agents go and investigate a garage pull rope for no reason? For no reason. See, the issue is the deep state isn't every single FBI agent. The deep state is many of them. In fact, depending on who you want to ask, you go back to Hoover, the deep state may just be literally the whole agency. But there are a lot of people in the FBI who have actually done things. They go after child exploitation. We've seen that. I like that stuff. Stop those predators. But you know what the problem is? Right now you have, we get swatted 15 times, nothing. Garage pull-up investigated. Donald Trump criminally charged. Hillary Clinton not criminally charged.
Nope.
Joe Biden not criminally charged.
Nope.
This is the deep state.
I think my summary why this bothers me so much, I think you understand where I'm coming from. There are certain people that are so specific that they want you to be specific. You are specific. When they ask, I don't want you to generalize, be specific. And then I call somebody out and point what they're supposed to be, and that should happen, for example. And somebody said, well, I hope you do that exactly too. And I would look at the person, what do you mean? You don't care about the collateral damage when you approve of your policies. But I have to be careful when I'm trying to be specific about somebody. And you're like, well, I hope you don't hurt somebody by accident. What do you mean? It's like, it's so one-sided. And a lot of people see America as an example in other Western countries. And when I meet people with such mentality, amen. I don't care exactly by America, but the politics and the way of their thinking does invade other countries. So that's why I'm so involved a little. Does that make sense? Let me know what you guys think, because sometimes I'm like, whoa, Ian, you're kind of special these days. That's why you're on the podcast. We need other opinions on the other side. But sometimes, woo, I have to pray for you too. Whatever, if you believe or not. But hey, let me know what you think. Are you praying for him too?